Hey guys, B.O.L.T here. We're here for my DC story number 2. So basically, a thing that I forgot at the end of year 2, Wonder Woman, what was it? It was Wonder Woman Invasion. When I didn't forget that, because that was the beginning of Cyborg's story. I'm thinking of another story, sorry. So, this is year 3, 4, and 5. So number 3 will have 6, 7, and 8. And then part 9 will come out on Tuesday because hopefully tomorrow is a gaming day to meet up for today's crap. Trying to think. So it'll come out on Tuesday, the last and final part of this DC story. So year 3, I had to skip a little bit into my thing because I wanted year 4 to be established before year 3 because year 4 establishes a little bit more of a more stronger story. So year 3 has the beginning of Justice League and the Titans. Alright, so let me go find it because it's pretty far down the years. Okay, so Justice League is basically just, hey, Darkseid has come down to the Earth. We have all these superheroes that have been established by year 2. And they all come together to make the Justice League, and that's pretty big for this time. And then, of course, a few more people come into the thing, like, and Granny Goodness is basically the precursor to this invasion. Titans also happen, so that means Starfire, Raven, and Bumblebee are going to be in a part of this storyline. But basically, it's just they're coming to arrest Starfire, and Starfire's like, "Hey, my sister's took over the throne and is trying to capture me. Titans, go save them." So basically, Titans happen after Justice League because all the sidekicks are like, "Hey, let's go do something." But the end of this is basically just the fact that Dick Grayson has been Robin for 3 years now because year 1 he just became Robin after his family's murder. So he's like, I'm like an adult. So he's like, I put Dick Grayson as like a 16-year-old in year 1. So he's like an adult and he's going to college soon. Well, supposed to be. And Batman's finally like, I don't want you to hate me for taking away your life. And I don't want you to be like me. So go to college. I'll give the Robin to this new other person, which I want the end of Titans to be basically just saying Jason Todd is now the second Robin and is going to be the Robin for the rest of year 3 and further until the death of family. And that's kind of it for year 3. It's basically just Darkseid is the reason Justice League is made. And because Justice League is made, all the sidekicks don't come together. We find a few more people, and Titans happen. Also, Blackfire is someone that needed to be taken down. Year 4. Year 4 has Batman Crime War, Suicide Squad, and that's it. So those two. Basically, during this time frame, during this year 4, the Justice League is getting taken down by League of Doom, which is basically Lex Luthor and the Joker and all them. That's basically where the Justice League are. That's their reasoning not to be in this year because they're all fighting against the League of Doom. So basically, no Superman, no Wonder Woman. Ooh, I'm trying to catch my breath, but it's kind of hard. Alright, so that's that. Alright, Suicide Squad. Basically, the Suicide Squad movie kind of shows you that Killer Croc, El Diablo, Orca, Deadshot, Amanda Waller takes in these criminals. Flag is the leader of this Suicide Squad group. You have the Enchantress as the main villain. And then you have Killer Frost, Mr. Freeze, Copperhead, and Volcana. I'm trying to remember her name. She's basically just Katniss made her, and Superman had to deal with her. Basically, you have all these very abnormal people, along with Harley Quinn, getting arrested into a Suicide Squad, and basically year 3, they're all away from the League of Doom characters because they were taken under by Cadmus. So basically, while the superhero's away, it's time to play with the government. That's basically where they were. And then you have the big thing that happens during year 4. You have the Batman crime war. So basically, the crime war is basically Gotham has now hit a all-time high of crime. Batman, Batwoman, and Jason Todd's Robin, which in this story I want to show that he was taking Batman's tires, and Batman's like, hey, you have nowhere else to go. Why not come with me? I am Bruce Wayne. I will show you what to do. I just don't know where your spot is. And thanks to Dick Grayson retiring into college, he says, hey, you want to become Robin? So he trains him. He is Robin at this point. And within that last few months, he is Robin. And then also another thing that happened at the end of year 3 is the appearance of Selina Kyle's Catwoman. Basically, they did their little thing. Year 4, basically, a relationship is like, okay, we're not really into being enemies, but we'll play around with each other. And I want the beginning of this story to basically be, we're in year 4, and basically this is already over. But Selina is actually like looking into Batman / Bruce Wayne as in a relationship, and they're like, hey, we can, after that year, we need to calm down and do something about what just happened. Which, here's what happened. Basically, the Riddler wants to fight the Joker for being the Prince of Crime, and basically he's the more happy, I want to destroy everything, where the Joker's like, I have no more happiness because he's taking everything out of my regimen. And basically he's like, I want to be the big bad, but right now they're fighting, they have all these other criminals on their side. And then the Joker realizes that he's not happy with the crime he's doing anymore. Harley's not around to be that person that gives him ideas, so really he's kind of like being his own idealist at the time, but he's like, you know what? Without Harley, and I don't want to worry about this Riddler guy, let me go and try to find something that can make me happy. Because he realizes something is the fact that between him and the Riddler, there's a lot of other unorganized crime that's happening that Batman has to center on. So the Joker's like, where's my Batman? So he's like, you know what? Batman has not been in this war between me and the Riddler. I want him to come into it. So what does he do? This Joker is not no just insane person who just kills to be that person. No, he has a mind. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to find out who the Bat family is, and I'm going to take away what Batman has so he pays attention to me again. He goes to Robin to being Tim Drake. He's like, oh, so not Tim Drake, Jason Todd. He's like, so you're the Robin that just took over from the other guy. I noticed there's been a thing. We'll find out who the other one is some other time. Since he's not a part of the Bat family, I don't gotta worry about him. He finds out that he has one more living relative, which is his mother. He does this whole thing where he's like, he threatens her to send him a letter, be like, hey Jason, I'm still here. You want to actually come and reunite with me? Jason wants to do it, but then Batman's like, don't do it. This is probably one of the others trying to get into it, and I need you to be more centered on the around the war crime, because the other two will take each other out, so we don't have to worry about them right now. Because here's the thing: the Joker and the Riddler are willing to kill, where Batman's like, it's not me killing them. They can kill each other. They're not hitting anything that's worth my time. They're attacking each other, not Gotham and me. So he got Jason to kind of back off, and then, wait, hold on, let me go back to the thing. I've been doing this along the way, and then I guess basically it's just Batgirl's trying to also slowly get towards the war, because it's trying to come out towards other buildings, and she wants to stop it. But, finally, the Joker finds out that she's also the daughter of Commissioner Gordon, Jim Gordon, and he's like, so this is going to be quite fun. Take out everyone Batman has to look forward to as a partner. get the JCP out of my way, get Batgirl out of my way, get the Robin out of my way. That way it's just between me and the Bat. So basically, the Joker has Jason Todd's mother, and he also takes Jim Gordon underneath the nose of Batman, destroys all of JCPD with all remaining cops. There are some, but they're basically just starting their copism, but they were told to be on the burner right now because they don't want them to get hurt. And they're newbies, and they don't need newbies right now. So JCPD, all of them are dead. Jim Gordon is captured along with Jason Todd's mom. Finally, while Batman's away doing something, and Batgirl is, retired in her house, he captures Jason Todd, tortures him while he's finishing it up. He's like, okay, here's your mom having a little bit of mother-son time, and then there's a bomb. Hope Batman gets here before it goes off. So they have to talk a little bit while the timer's going off. Joker goes off to Barbara Gordon's house, shoots her where she gets paralyzed like in The Killing Joke, and basically takes pictures of certain things to torture Jim Gordon. Basically, you have a broken Jim Gordon, you have a paralyzed Batgirl, and then who's also like extremely out of it because she just had the most traumatic thing of her entire life. Else in that Scarecrow thing that happened during year 2. And then you have Batman. He's finally back home. He's like, hey, Alfred, do you know where the others are? He's able to pinpoint where they are. He goes to Barbara, finds out that she's been paralyzed, goes to find Jim. He's completely out of it. So he tries to gift them to recovery, and then he's like, wait, where's Jason? Finds out where the mother is and where the last things. Finds out that they were in that building. Too late. Blows up. The mom's gone. Jason's dead. And now he regrets having another Robin because he was going to have Dick, no matter what, get his own time as a person. So he's like, without a Robin, it was okay. But now he brought someone else that was inexperienced into the fold. He didn't have him in the right set of mind, unlike Dick was. So now Jason died for that, and now he doesn't want anyone to be Robin. That Robin memorial is a thing. The Batgirl's not there anymore because Barbara's paralyzed. No more JCPD. They're slowly recovering. And then he's trying to end the war because now it's affected people. Now it's killed people. He knows the JCP are dead. He knows that 2 people are traumatic. One is thing, and 2 people are dead now. So he's like, you know what? This has gone too far. He takes out the Riddler side, in the Joker side. But the Joker, unlike the Riddler, was not there when he found him. So now he has to go hunt down the Joker. But the Joker had another thing to go do. He wanted to break down Gotham citizens by finding a random guy just doing his own thing, trying to stay alive for his son. He takes the guy and say, you're going to be another crime piece in this war. Even though the war is over, because I know Batman's going to go hunt down everyone after what I did. So he takes the son and he's like, I will do something. I will kill this boy if you don't do what I need to. So so you have this guy, he's over here trying to do whatever he can to please the Joker to have his son stay alive. But the Joker says, you gotta go do something, take these people, go to this Ace Chemicals where I started and originated, and I need you to cause a little bit of a panic. So the Batman goes there and you make him go towards me so we can do a little battle. So he takes 4 people and then him. The guy that is the father that his son is captured by the Joker, he's Kite Man. So the Kite Man's over here like, please don't hurt me, Batman. I have a son. Don't hurt any of my people. Everyone gets away except for one guy who falls into the pits. Batman works in. He gets the guy that fell into the Ace Chemicals. Gets him to the best help he can. He takes Kite Man, goes to try to get his son. He beats the Joker, but his son is dead. So Kite Man retires and says, nope, I can't do this anymore. Like it doesn't finish him as he retires as a person. He just goes into crime. thinking that that is his thing. He died. His son died along with him because now he's just Kite Man. So now he's not now a criminal. You have the Joker over here thinking he's smiling again, laughing again because he did something to the Batman that makes him know that he won. But the Batman has to show it by killing him eventually. But he has not done that this time. So basically, so year 3 is basically Justice League established. Titans established. Dick Grayson is off to college. A few more heroes have appeared. Darkseid has retreated. Blackfire has retreated as Queen of Tamaran. Year 4 is basically just League of Doom has to fight off the Justice League, so they're busy with each other. Suicide Squad has a lot of the more not so good to have around during that crime war to be in the Suicide Squad. So, the government has their own thing to do else than, help. Justice League has the League of Doom, and Batman is trying his best with Gotham. So they're just like, here's our main concern is Enchantress and these other villains to keep down as best as we can. And then you have Batman with his Bat family, just Jason dead, Barbara's crippled, and all that. So another thing that I left out of that story was the fact that only reason he's able to take down the Riddler and the other organized crime, so only way he can concentrate on the war itself is because he asked Dick Grayson to come from college and do a solo hero thing where he doesn't have to become Robin again because he doesn't want anyone in that suit again after Jason's death. And basically, Dick Grayson temporarily becomes Wingman, and he has like that classic yellow and blue. Basically, it's from Flying Grayson's uniform, and it's basically just another superhero suit just to make sure it's not Robin, and he's his own person. Wingman Dick Grayson keeps off the organized crime, while Catwoman comes in to help Batman and keeps the unorganized crime and other things because the policemen are dead. So she's basically there to help Batman. Dick's there to help Batman, so they're like the only two people that are helping Batman at this time, and Batman knows it. His other help is dead and paralyzed, or traumatized because GCP and the Batgirl and Robin are dead, basically. And then Justice League is worrying about League of Doom. And then, the government has their own thing. He knows about the Suicide Squad, and he's like, I need you two the best right now. And that's how he's able to even concentrate on war. And that's it for year 4. It's time for year 5. So right now we have, hold on. It's time for Batman year 5 and also, I think, hold on. Titans Judas Contract, Flashpoint, and Aquaman King of the Sea is in this one. So starting off from the Batman year 5, so after, Batman and Catwoman have become a thing, Bane, Poison Ivy, and Dr. Light come into this, and Batman's over because Catwoman is off on vacation because she just had the worst thing with the year 5, trying to help Batman with the best recover after a family death, and now you have two people that are close to him in not a good condition, and GCPD is super low, so basically Batman's over here willing to injure people to their close to death limit, and the only person that kind of notices that Batman needs to have some help is Tim Drake. He's a brilliant mind. He's basically in college level right now, and he realizes who Dick Grayson was as Wingman and the first Robin. He knows that Jason Todd, the person who just died a few months ago, was the second Robin. He knows who Catwoman is. He knows who Barbara Gordon was as Batgirl. And he also knows about, GZPD and all that. And he's like, okay, Bruce Wayne is also Batman. First, I'm going to go to Dick Grayson to say, can you become Wingman or can you become the Robin again? And Dick Grayson says, I'll try my best, but the only thing I can do right now is Bloodhaven is my town that I'm doing college in. I'll do college, but I'll also help Batman take down Bloodhaven, which is Bloodhaven is basically the Gotham export for where all the drugs, all the guns, and all that come from. So Dick Grayson becomes Nightwing and helps takes out Bloodhaven's transport to Gotham. So basically, Batman doesn't have as many things coming into Gotham thanks to Nightwing. But Tim Drake notices that that's not going to be enough. Batman is still in a dark place, so he needs something. So he becomes Robin as himself. He comes up to Batman and says, "Can I be your Robin?" Batman's like, "No, I'm not doing another Robin. Can't do it." He's over here he's even close to murdered someone. If it weren't for some CPR, Batman has almost killed at this point. So finally, Tim Drake shows off that he's worthy enough by taking down Dr. Light and also Poison Ivy, where Batman has taken Bane down as himself, but he realizes that Tim Drake is good enough to be Robin. He says, "I don't like the fact that you're Robin, but as long as I say you come out of being Robin, you're fine. But I don't want you going anywhere near any of my more dangerous enemies like you just did. So no Joker, no Riddler, no nothing. Do not go away from where I am." So basically, this is a way to avoid the return of the Joker. Tim Drake, that happened. Basically, he just got lured away because he wanted to be Robin by himself. Basically, that cannot happen because Batman has not any. He's hired his standards to where you will not get hurt in this line of work. I'm the only one putting my life on the line because I'm the one who started this, no one else. So that's basically year 5 for Batman. Is he got Tim Drake, the third Robin now. Let's see. Titans Judas Contract. Basically, Robin, Tim Drake joins the Titans, and he's like, "All right, I'm willing to get some teamwork down so I can actually get going." Terra becomes a part of the league, along with Blue Beetle, which is Jaime Reyes at the time, and Beast Boy. Booster Gold used to be the friend of Ted Kord, the original Blue Beetle at this time period, but Blue Beetle is established to be dead thanks to a sacrifice by explosion and bank robbery. So Ted Kord was supposed to train Booster Gold, but Jaime Blue Beetle was supposed to be trained by Ted Kord Blue Beetle, but he hasn't had. But because Ted Kord is dead at this time, he can't teach him to be Blue Beetle. And then Booster Gold has to go up, but he's like, "I have to go back to the future. Here's the Titans. They'll help you the best you can to be a hero." And then another thing comes up from the past. Deathstroke from Batman year 1 finally comes up and says, "I'm going to screw up the Titans," which I know that Batman / Bruce Wayne has this new companion known as Tim Drake. "I'm going to go take down his entire team. I'm going to take out the Titans, and then I'll work my way up to Justice League." He works with an organization known as the Hive. And basically, the leader of it is known as Brother Blood. Basically, he's willing to. He sees all these supervillains and superheroes, and he wants to become the god of all these super beings. And he wants to take the abilities of the heroes that are in the Titans. That way, he can start getting the abilities of the other Justice League members. So he has Deathstroke go and take them down from the inside. He has a relationship with Terra at this time. A business, Terra thinks they're in a relationship, but Deathstroke only keeps it professional. And basically, he only shows affection to have Terra fall into line. So basically, Titans are captured. But thanks to Nightwing popping in, the rest of the Titans like Raven, Cyborg, and Nightwing, they come in and just say, "We're not doing this." They shut down the Hive. By accident, Deathstroke does kill off Brother Blood, because Nightwing is able to knock him out fast enough, but Deathstroke gets to him before him, and Deathstroke is not heard from for a while. And that's kind of the end of that. Basically, if you guys don't know what the Judas contract refers to, basically, Judas is the betrayer from the Jesus period. So basically, Jesus had his disciples go for that dinner. Judas is the one took gold. I mean silver. He took silver from the Romans and showed where Jesus was, and he's the reason why Jesus was captured and was hanging on the cross, because Judas is the one who did it. So basically, Terra is Judas in this point, because Terra betrayed the Titans and told Deathstroke of their whereabouts to where he can be where they can get taken down and almost killed. I'm trying to see what the other one is. Year 5. Oh yeah, Flashpoint and Aquaman and King of the Sea. So basically, Flash is over here. He's learning that he can do stuff, but this is Barry Allen. So Barry Allen's father is in jail and his mother is dead. Basically, he wants to go back in time and try to get some time with his mom, and he actually is able to invent a machine. Thanks to Flashpoint, I'm also introducing Batwoman Kate in this point, because with that, he's able to be like, okay, so here's my thing is there a way to make Batman happy? Because I'm wanting to go back in time to meet my mother. I know Batman has been affected via his parents' death. Is there a way for him to get, I know he ain't going to be okay with going back in time because he doesn't want to prevent what happened, because now Gotham is safer thanks to him. So Batwoman's like, bring something back from his parents with indirectly getting it. So Flash goes back in time. He notices the Reverse Flash, known as Eobert Thawne, and Eobert Thawne shows that thanks to the Flash being born, he was also a person wanting to recreate the Flash, and he's like, I know I ain't gonna be as good as you, so why can't I be as bad as you by being Reverse Flash? Comes to make the situation happen. So he's the reason why his mom is dead. But because he's able to take out Reverse Flash, he's able to save his mom, which makes an entire another storyline where his mother's alive, his father's not in jail, and he's just a normal Barry Allen. He doesn't have any powers. And then he realizes that the world is a lot worse because of that. He goes to Gotham to figure out with Batman, because Batman could help him. But then he realizes it ain't Bruce Wayne. It's Thomas Wayne, the father of Bruce, who is in the bat suit. And he reveals that Bruce is the one who died in the alley. Martha is the Joker of that universe, and he had to become a lethal version of Batman to save Gotham with a very more crappier Harley Quinn, because unlike the Joker in the original timeline, this is Martha Wayne, and she's basically like, oh, I used to have a son almost as cute as you. Why don't we just, work together to keep all of those children to ourselves? And this is a unstable version of Harley Quinzel, so it ain't just like a doctor going to a criminal thanks to love. It's just the fact that she was insane beforehand. And the only reason why she was insane is because she weirdly had a little, like, it's basically, if you look at a dog and a cat, you're like, oh, that's adorable. Basically, she fell super deep down the hole of, kids are cute, I want them all to be mine. Kind of like if you were to go to a dog farm and be like, I want all the dogs. That's basically the Harley Quinn of that universe. So she's helping, but Batman kind of is like, alright, so where are you from? He reveals that he comes from a universe where Bruce is alive, and basically there's a whole bunch of superheroes just like Batman, and he reveals that he used to be fast, and he's like, and then Thomas Wayne reveals that there's only 3 superhumans at this point in time, and that would be Cyborg, because the accident with the mother and father boxes still happens, so he still becomes Victor Stone still becomes Cyborg, and then they reveal that Atlantis has resurfaced because the destruction to the Earth is starting to pollute the seas, which means fish and all that are starting to get attacked, which means Atlantis ain't gonna be nice with them. So Aquaman, known as King Arthur, comes out and says, I'm going to just take down the land lubbers so they don't affect my oceans anymore. And Wonder Woman, Diana, is over here like, I've been in part of this world of men, and I don't want you to take it away from you, because Steve Trevor is the reason why I came out of it. So Wonder Woman is protecting the land, while Aquaman's protecting the sea, and they're in war right now. Cyborg is basically America, so basically he's the Superman of this universe. And basically Barry Allen regains his speed thanks to Thomas Wayne's fundings. And he goes to Cyborg and is like, is there any reason why there is no Superman? Because Superman can help us right now. And he's like, there has not been a guy called Superman. And he's like, there has not been an alien who's landed he knows the date. So he's like, this many years ago. And he's like, there was a landing, but that was just a person that is used as an experiment. They go find Superman. He's this very thin, scrawny thing, but they got him out into the sun. He's almost as powerful as the Superman, but Superman isn't so good because he's still weak. But America knows how to put him down, so they kill off Superman. Cyborg is taking damage, and in the middle of the war, Aquaman and Wonder Woman take each other out. The world is starting to end, and Reverse Flash comes up and tells Barry that he's failed this timeline. You failed the other timeline. And before he can, they try to go back into the past to try to do it. Reverse Flash tries to stop him, but then Batman, a dying Batman at this point, he's already told Martha of the other future. She kills herself because she knows the world's gonna end. Thomas goes to shoot Reverse Flash. That way he's deadish, but he's able to save himself in other means. And the Flash goes back, undoes his mistake. He just grabs the old Barry and yanks him out. Reverse Flash is now free to do whatever he wants and kills the mom, which means everything's set back into the thing. He goes back to Batman with the information of what happened, and he hasn't told him about his parents being the Batman and Joker of that universe. And then he reveals a letter from his father, basically saying, here's what your the Thomas of that universe was, and he knows about you. And it shows that he's, after the conversation that proved that he used to be from that another good universe, he basically writes the last thing, and this is like, here you go. Batman is given hope again, which means he's no longer the brute from year 4 and year 5. So now he's starting to come back into being a more happier Batman. He does have a Robin, he does have Nightwing, he does have Batwoman, his cousin, and then he also has Selena being in an actual relationship with her. So finally, end of thoughts, he's finally thinking of making a better life for himself thanks to Flash. And then Aquaman, King of the Sea, is basically just, there's ways to make everyone happy as long as it doesn't affect anyone else. And Aquaman, King of the Sea, is basically just the origins of Aquaman. Mira, how they got married, how they had a son, but then that son died. And Black Manta and the half brother of Aquaman, Ocean Master, comes in, tries to take the crown from him, tries to destroy Atlantis. But we realize that Black Manta has a son who happens to be the reason why he defeats Black Manta. Aquaman defeats his half brother, and they're both imprisoned. And the son of Black Manta, which I'm trying to remember his name, but he's from the Young Justice. He's the Black Aqualad from that, but he becomes Aquaman just like in season 3 of The Outsiders. So basically there's another Aquaman after that, and he becomes part of the Justice League at the end. So I think that's the end of year 5, which means I've went through year 4, 5, I went through 3, 4, and 5. And then last video was original Justice League in year 1 and 2. So if you guys like this video, thumbs up. If you did, this is subscribe on my content. Go to bullshit the rest of my stuff. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.